clear the fielder on the onside, but ballooned up in the air and got caught, which leaves the All-Stars at 35 for 1, bringing, as you said, Zishawn to the crease. As you can see the replay here. Qureshi donning the shirt with number 5 on it.
So it's going to be Griffith and Qureshi. Let's see. Driven square. Qureshi looking for one. He wants to get into the action immediately. He's going to hit those balls. He's going to hit it hard. When he hits them, they stay hit.
Want to give a shout out to our friend Rani, who has been doing exemplary camera work.
Yeah.
Standing on his feet all day, even though he has a chair next to him, Vinod. And I told him that it's okay to sit down once in a while.
Well, you say that he's standing on his feet, Doc. I don't think there's anything else he could stand on. Yeah, yeah, it's Jody. Oh, that's a good shot. That's an excellent shot. Yeah. He played it late.
Sunil Gavaskar would call that cheeky.
Cheeky.
Cheeky shot. Just opening the face of the blade.
Yeah.
Letting the ball run down to third man.
I think, yeah, he played it very late. Had he played that later, he might have played it next month. So that went down to the boundary for 4. And the runs keep on coming. 39 for 1. Here's Chowdhury. Short, he pulls, not really there for that shot, gets a single. It's the end of the over. At the end of 5, the score is 40 for 1, and the Qureshi is in there now. I think he's not going to muck around. He normally doesn't. So we'll see how it goes. He's there with Griffith. Griffith is aggressive, and both of them will be trying to push. Both of them will be trying to push and see. My boss just told me to do another 5, so I will listen to him. You and I, we will do it.
Vinod, I want to take this opportunity for, first of all, inviting me for the commentary of this US Open. I truly appreciate that, and it has been a pleasure of working with all the commentators. And a shout out for all the cameramen and all the staff who have been doing yeoman work for this US Open. As Dane Johnson now starts.
I like Johnson as a bowler, and you would see why I say this. He is a thinking bowler. So he starts with a slower delivery, just on and about the off stump. This time Griffith goes with this one, over mid-wicket, runs here. In fact, he's just going to take 1. Qureshi wants 2, he's going to take 1. So let's see, is Zishawn Qureshi? He's going to take his first delivery. Let me take this opportunity to say good night or early morning to a friend in Rampur in India, Anila Aga. Hope that you're locked on and looking at the action. I think she will be very keen to see what is going to happen during this period of play. So good morning to you, or good night, and hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Here is Johnson, flicked away. Beautiful shot there by Qureshi for 4. First delivery, it was as if he was batting there all night.
All or none is what Zishawn Qureshi is all about, and as you can see on the replay, he lets the ball come on to him and just at the last moment opens the face of his bat. and let the ball run away to the fence.
And that's the key, Doc. He allowed it to come on to him, so he was able to narrow the angle. It's all about angles. He was able to narrow the angle, and that's down to the boundary for 4. Qureshi goes with this one. Massive hit. Could it go all the way? 6 runs. Sean Qureshi, a 6 and a 4. 2 deliveries. I think we're going to go home early tonight.
Look at that shot, guys. This is a terrific stroke by Zishawn Qureshi.
Yeah, hope my friend in Rampur is enjoying this action. Hope he's okay. He's bending over.
Terrific stroke on the onside for a 6.
Qureshi drives through the offside. No run. So you said it before. All or nothing.
All or nothing. And that's his modus operandi.
It leads for exciting cricket. This guy will enjoy T10 cricket as well. So here's Johnson. Johnson's a good bowler. Comes in now. Qureshi pulls this away for 4. Short delivery. It stood up and into the boundary for 4. He's on 14 or 4. And I think Danny Khan, who loves to carry on a panchite, he probably needs to get down there and start preparing the toss for the next game, because this match is going to finish very quickly.
You know, it's called picking the gap.
Yeah.
He waited for it and pierced the fielders between mid-on and square leg and raced away to the fence for 4. And he's now on 14. Zishawn Qureshi of just 4 deliveries.
Yep, so that's the end of the power play. A good power play, 55 for 1. I enjoyed those strokes. It stood up and it was dong-tong. What you find happening, and it happened in the minor leagues here, because it's local knowledge. Every time Qureshi went out the bat, they brought the spinner on. He's not as comfortable against the spinner as he is the quicker stuff. He loves the ball coming onto the bat. And anyone who's a stroke player loves the ball coming onto the bat. So I would like to see this passage of play with him facing the spinner, Ashfaq Ahmad. I'll tell you something, he's not going to change his mode of doing things. He does things his way.
My way or the highway.
Yes. Griffith his back punches it nicely. Qureshi comes on strike now. Let's see what will happen.
Now the battle that Vinod is waiting for. Zishawn Qureshi against a left arm spinner, Ahmed.
Yeah, well, I was speaking to him just before the game. He told me he was not middling the ball. He was, he was practicing and he was hitting a few in the warm-ups. He was not hitting the ball. The guy, like he was playing a joke. This is pulled away, and that's 4 runs. This guy called Qureshi. That's 4. He's not going to muck around.
Look at the replay again, waiting for that ball to come on to him.
It was a bad delivery, though.
Bad delivery, no doubt, but freeing his arms, getting his left leg out, and hoisting it in the gap. Very intelligent cricket by Zishawn Qureshi.
So he's waiting. That's a bat. That's sent to him by Darren Bravo. He pulls again to mid-on. You're not going to see a classical forward defensive shot, bat and pad close together. His bat and pad, they don't talk to each other. They're not friends. They never will be close. I tell you this, look at it. This time he's back, punches off the back foot, and he actually gets a single. So he is so fast dealing in boundaries. He now gets 1. He goes to 19.
Maybe he was happy to get the non-striker's end, and just had a good stroke ahead, and wants to continue. And he's on 19 now, Zishawn.
So for the bigger games coming up, I think this is good practice for both him and Griffith. Griffith just drives. Griffith is a vegan, and he tells me the reason he hits the ball so far is because of that lifestyle that he has chosen. You being a medical doctor, you might be able to add to that.
All I can say, there are no randomized double control studies.
This time it's gone! It's gone into the swap shop! And while you're there, you can probably bring me back something to eat. That's a massive 6.
Look at the replay here. Again, this is all pure power as he pulls that ball.
But I wonder if he's a vegan as well. That's 6.
I think Qureshi is telling Trevon Griffith that you don't need to be a vegan to smash the ball all over the park.
Well, he has a mantra that he lives by that was given to him by Rizwan Chima. See ball, hit ball.
And so far it's working wonderfully for Zishawn Qureshi as he races to 25 of just 8 deliveries, as the US All-Stars are at 68 for 1. Qureshi has surpassed Griffith's score at the moment. Griffith on strike.
So it's going to be Dane Johnson. Griffith gets a single. You can see Griffith deliberately looking to give Qureshi the strike. I think Griffith is enjoying this destruction of the bowling team, because Griffith himself can really hit them. So Griffith just getting the singles, giving Qureshi the strike, and Qureshi is looking to hit them big. He's eyeing deep mid-wicket. He loves cow corner. The 2 areas he loves, cow corner and a wide mid-off. This time he hits it down the ground. Qureshi hits another 6. What's going on here?
And if you look at the
71
replay,
for 5 of 7.
look at the replay, Vinod, you can see he made room for that stroke. Again, waited for it and hit it over long off for 6 runs. That was a wonderfully struck stroke by Zishawn Qureshi. He's up to 31.
The whole of Rampur are celebrating tonight. Here he is. He's looking to pull this down the leg side. Probably just brush the pad. I want to say good afternoon to the president, Safian Kamar. I wonder if he paid to come in. Here is Dean Johnson. He's into Qureshi. This is down the ground. Will let's go? No. They take 1. They should be coming back for 2. So that's 1 more. He goes to 32 of 11. This is the 8th over in progress.
Qureshi is going ballistic here, Vinod.
Yeah. The guy seems to be in a hurry. And Dane Johnson is a good bowler. I keep reminding people of this. He's the leading fast bowler we've had in this tournament, Dane Johnson, in terms of wickets. I don't know if Lenny can pull his way away from the ladies and give me that information.
Professor Lenny has been...
This is whipped away by Griffith. They should be looking for 2 here, and they take just 1. So it's the end of the over. At the end of over number 8, the score 77 for the loss of 1.
I was just saying that Professor Lenny has been providing us with tons of information that is so meaningful about the tournament and individual tidbits about players as well.
One hopes that he keeps focused. Griffith again on strike now, and Griffith is forward nicely. I think Griffith, with this situation, he should be looking to join Qureshi in the carnage. Let's see, because net run rate could be so important. He's 25 of 23. This is outside the off stump. Cut away, a misfield. Let's see what will happen here now.
Vinod, have you noticed that most batsmen now playing in the T20s tend to have an open stance?
Yeah. The open stance allows them to pepper the onside. Qureshi also with an open stance. Here is Ahmad into Qureshi. He's hitting this down the ground. Not really getting hold of this one. Gets a single.
A small target, 118. 79 for 1.
One more to Griffith. They should be looking for 2, and he comes back. That's good running. Trevor Griffith is an excellent athlete. He goes back there for 2. Qureshi 33 of 12. Ashfaq Ahmad. Let there be light. The light comes on. Griffith again down to third man. They should take 2 as the fielder labors. That's the only word I can use to describe that there. The fielder, that fielding, he labors after it.
Yeah. The shadows gradually creep onto the pitch. The lights come on. Vinod?
Yep, the electrical guy, Ivor Henry.
Ivor Henry, a man of multiple talents, as I found out today.
This time Griffith paddles this one around the corner. This should go very close to the boundary, and they're going to come back for 2. End of the over. At the end of 9, the score is 85 for the loss of 1.
Play about to resume. Zishawn on strike, 33 of 12. US All-Stars 85 for 1. This partnership, Vinod, is already worth 50 runs.
Qureshi has 33 of that. Well, he has been dominating the bowling, and to be fair, Griffith, understanding that Qureshi is on fire, is giving him all the support by getting the singles. Griffith is not really eating up the balls. He's rotating the strike well. He's on 32 of 28. So it's going to be Burn Sahid to Qureshi. Qureshi drives and misses. He's not one of the players who will give you a textbook cover drive, but he'll hit you an effective one.
Zishawn has a lot of power and plays powerful strokes.
Gets a single down to long off now. Knowing Zishawn Qureshi, he's probably getting bored. He likes action. These singles are not going to do anything for him. He likes to see guys face punishment. He likes to see guys climb the hill, bring the ball back.
That's a lovely stroke, Vinod. He lined himself up beautifully and let the ball come onto the bat and guided it beautifully to fine leg for 4 runs by Trevor Griffith. Score moves on to 90 for 1. We are in the 10th over. Griffith on 36, Zishawn on 34.
Sam Griffith is down the track. He pulls this away down to a wide-ish long on. So Griffith, I think the message is clear. He's just going to try both of them. Well, whether Qureshi received a message or not, that's the way he has been playing. But I think Griffith now is on board. 91 for 1. They're going to try to finish this as quickly as they could. Net run rate is going to come into play as we move along in the tournament.
The shadows now coming right on the pitch now.
That's a wide. And Burhan Saeed just trying to keep it as far away from Qureshi as possible. You don't want to bowl close to him. He struck it hard. He struck it hard today.
Zishawn pointing towards the offside, knowing that there is one fielder patrolling the boundaries at deep extra cover and one at long off.
This time he's going, it peels off the outer half of the bat, and the fielder actually overran that. So he gets one more. That one made a little extra height, and it caught him unawares.
To be fair to the fielder, he traversed an area of a lot of shadows and then some sunlight.
It's always difficult.
It's always makes it difficult to judge those catches, particularly when the shadows and the sunlight is different in different parts when you are running.
Griffith is down the track, pulls this away. Mid wicket is in the way. End of the over, the end of 10. It's 94 for 1. So that's a good run rate to have. 9.4. Remember, we're talking about net run rate as we go further into the tournament. Just to go through that standings again, the Cavaliers 6 points, the US All Stars 4, Brampton Pacers 4, Yankee Royals 2, and the Mace Royals still they haven't won any of their matches. So the man of the match for this game will receive $200 US, and that has been sponsored by Mr. Sudesh Jagisa, who flew all the way up from Trinidad and Tobago. He just came to support good cricket. So here is Chowdhury. Griffith is waiting on that. Griffith could have put the kettle on, make his coffee, and go back and play that delivery.
He sends that slower delivery of Robin and then decided to play the paddle stroke, realizing that he's going to get more mileage with that stroke. But sometimes, those paddle strokes, paddle sweeps can be risky as well.
Yeah, it could be. But a lot of acreage behind the wicket that has no one. 6 runs. Short, and he bangs this away over mid-wicket. That one is rolling still.
If Tony Cozier was alive, he would have described that stroke as hit it with utter disdain.
Yes.
Utter disdain. I mean, there was just class exuding from that particular stroke. Right over the mid-wicket fence, flying over for a 6.
So Griffith goes to 46, Qureshi 35. And just a matter of 16 runs required now. So they're trying to fetch that ball.
When you were growing up, did you imitate any cricket commentators?
They imitated me.
Talk about modesty Mr. Vinod Mamchan.
Not particularly, you know, I never really imitated anyone. Tried to imitate a couple of cricketers, it didn't work out.
Well, growing up in India and at our medical schools, we used to have those social days and we used to imitate commentators. One of my gigs used to be that at that time, as we watch Robin Chowdhury coming in to bowl to Griffith. An easy single, too long off. And one of the commentators that I loved imitating was, of course, the great Tony Cozier.
Excellent man, Tony.
I had the pleasure of meeting him in England, and he had lost his wallet at that time, and he was kind of frazzled that I'm looking for my wallet. Tell you more about it after this delivery.
Qureshi squirts this through the offside. They should go here for 2. They touch down now and they decide against it.
And then he was looking for his wallet, so he didn't stop and talk to me at that time. But then once he found his wallet, he came and found me in the press box and chatted with me for a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the guy, Tony Cozier. Legend in the business. So delivery there by Chowdhury. 1 for 25.
I also had the pleasure of meeting Christopher Martin Jenkins of the BBC.
My favorite was always Henry Blofield. He was always my favorite. Misfield on the offside, and you know, they just seem to be going through the pace, the motions here at the moment, and it's all over bar the shouting. 105 for 1 after 11. Let's take a Matt Hatter's tea break.
Will this be the last over, Vinod, with only 13 to win?
Yeah, well, we have 2 hurricane hitters out there. Johnson, they have taken a liking to him today. Chowdhury ends his spell at 1 for 26. Wide called. So, yeah, Dr. Viroja is walking there, just enjoying the cricket, having an evening stroll around the park. Let's see if Qureshi can finish it in this over. He's on 36 of 16. You can see in the background there the good guys from Somerset Cavaliers. They're doing their stretching exercises. They're ready to go. That's one more. Rishi 37. He was unbeaten in the last game, so he's probably looking to just stay unbeaten here.
So the US All-Stars with this win will have 6 points.
I think they're gonna win this. I'll give it some. After giving it serious thought and consideration, I feel the US All-Stars will win this one.
You are a wise man, Vinod Mamchan.
It's been brilliant today. Qureshi seems to be playing for the not out now. Probably that's the most singles he has ever gotten in his life.
Temperature's probably cooling down.
And Griffith
I would
gets his
imagine.
50 of 38 deliveries. He's back on strike now. He's hoiking this away. Short hand jab.
One thing we know that I've noticed is that one thing constant in this game. Do you know what that has been? Or the previous games? On this
What's
ground?
that?
It's that gentle breeze that has been blowing all day long.
Yeah. On Tuesday morning it was absent though. Qureshi, this one slices in the air. He's running Bilal, but he can't get it. And that's one. One more. So it's looking to end it in glory. Let's see. It's the end of the over. He's going to keep strike. It's 112 for 1. We've seen 12 overs. Let's see if Qureshi can end it with a 6th. So it's going to be Burhan Saeed from the pavilion end now, bowling to Qureshi. Not really getting that as he would have liked. 40 out to Qureshi. This follows his 43 not out in his last game, which was yesterday.
Both Griffin and Qureshi had really
In fact, that was
played.
Thursday, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, Vinod. Both Qureshi and Griffith have played really no-nonsense cricket. They have applied themselves, played the strokes when the ball deserves to be hit, and they have done exactly that as Saeed runs up.
Griffith scoops this away, runs here for him. Will it go all the way? It's testing the legs of both fielders. They converge on it, and they're going to come back for 2. So just 3 runs to win now. See the kids there enjoying themselves. Good to see them out. They need to be careful when 2 Hurricane batsmen are out there. Just on the edge of the ropes. The balls could come flying. And that's an area that Griffith could hit it. That's low on for him. So 3 to win. And it's right there exactly where the kids are. That's 6. So that's the victory coming for the US All-Stars. It's a wonderful victory for them. They now have 3 wins. And the calculators will have to come out now for the Brampton Pacers. Because they will have to win. And they will have to win by a certain margin to go ahead of the US All-Stars. So it's really getting exciting here. A very short scorecard.